What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm finally going to be doing the Q&A that I promised I'd do like 2.5 weeks ago. Okay, anyway, just don't mind that. I have the questions up in front of me. A couple of questions from Facebook that I decided to choose for this video, and actually I will do another Q&A since there's a lot of you now that just joined the channel very recently, which thank you very much for everybody that's subscribed to the channel and that's watching my videos now. So I'll do another Q&A. Leave your questions down below in the comments of this video, and I will try my best to answer as many of them as I possibly can in the next one. I'll hopefully do one in like a week or so, but I'll try to gather as much questions as I possibly can from the comment section of this video. So yeah, let's move on to this week's Q&A. So first question comes from William. Do you have any siblings? No, I do not. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the answer to the question. No, I don't. I don't have any siblings. I am on my own in this world. Just kidding, but no, I don't. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Alvin, what's your occupation? Currently, I'm unemployed, but I still do YouTube, so I obviously get a little bit of money in from that. I don't do it enough for me to be able to, like, obviously move out, afford rent, afford stuff like that. So I still live with my parents. I did work for a little while last year, up until like the end of the year, I think, and I saved up a little bit of money. So it's not that I'm doing bad for myself. It's just that yeah, I have no, like, literally nowhere is hiring me. Like, I've tried everywhere to get a job and nobody wants to fucking hire me. So I guess, I don't know, I'm stuck doing YouTube for a little bit more up until I actually get an actual job in real life. But I would like to get an actual job in real life. I'm not interested in getting a career. Okay, so my career, I want to make YouTube my career. I just want to get a job until then so I can support myself with some more money and stuff like that. So I would actually like to get a job. I just don't want to get a career, if you guys know what I mean, because I want to sort of get to YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. I want to get online media entertainer as my occupation sometime in the future. So that's what I really want. Alright, so let's move on anyway. Next question comes from Darian. Dream drift car with specs. Fuck. I don't really have a dream drift car with specs. Honestly, anything would do for me. I love pretty much anything. There's no specific car that I would take over anything else. Probably an RX-7, because RX-7s are weird and not a lot of people drift them. They're very weird balanced. Even like Mad Mike, like, if you guys know who Mad Mike with that is, obviously you guys probably do. But he said that the RX-7 is a very weird balanced car to use for drifting, especially if you want to keep the rotary in it. I think if you put the V8 in it, it would probably be a lot better. But yeah, if you keep the rotary in it, apparently it's a very weirdly balanced car. But that would be probably one of my like top cars for drifting, because it's very interesting and not a lot of people have one for drifting. So that's why I sort of want one, and I want to keep the rotary in it as well. Maybe quad rotor, I don't even know. But yeah, that's probably what my dream drift car would be, with specs. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. Comes from Fatal. What is the size of your penis? Ask your mother. Next question from La Juan or La Juan. I keep forgetting how to say your name. It's annoying me. I know. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. What car do you drive, and what made you start making YouTube videos? So, the car that I drive is a Mark IV Golf 1.4. It's slow, it's a boat, and I love it because it's my first car. It's a piece of shit car, obviously, that you'd use as your first car. And since I live in Ireland, I can't afford anything super crazy because insurance is insane here. So I have to keep the engine size quite low, especially as a first car. So it's a Golf 1.4. I wanted this car ever since I was like 13 years old. I was like, yes, I really like the Golf. I want one. I hope I can get one as my first car, and I managed to do that. So there you go. That's what my first car is. And what made me start making YouTube videos? Oh god. So back on Call of Duty, back when I used to play Call of Duty a lot, especially COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, COD 5, stuff like that, I wanted to make YouTube videos because I've seen a channel called Top Notch Multimedia. If any of you guys know Top Notch Multimedia, big props to you guys. You guys are old school YouTubers, but basically that channel is what made me start making YouTube videos. I was watching a lot of Operator Perry's videos and Operator Perry's commentaries on on the top 10 like or top 10 like COD 4 clips of the week or top 10 Modern Warfare 2 clips of the week or whatever. And I used to watch that a lot because that was like one of the very first times that somebody has actually made that, right? So I've watched a lot of Call of Duty videos back in the day because I was obviously interested in Call of Duty, and basically Operator Perry and the channel Top Notch Multimedia actually made me start YouTube because I wanted to actually show people of the internets at the time that I was actually good at Call of Duty. I wanted to make some videos on it, I wanted to make commentaries, I wanted to do stuff like that because that's when commentaries actually started kicking off as well, is when I started looking into YouTube, which was back in 2008. So I started YouTube a really long time ago. It's just people still think that this is my very first channel. It isn't. I've had multiple channels in the past, I've had things go wrong, and I had to make new channels and all that sort of bullshit, but basically somehow I managed to then start basically back in the day when I started making YouTube videos, I didn't even have like any capture card whatsoever. I used to record my shit on a DVD and I used to put it in my laptop. I used to convert the file and actually use that as gameplay, and the quality was actually quite good at the time. It wasn't HD, of course, but it was quite good at the time, and it was very, very interesting to see people's reactions when I actually told them what sort of setup I was using, and they're like, why don't you just go buy a capture card? I was like, because I don't have money for it. I know it's cheaper back in the day to buy a capture card. It was only like 20, 30, 40 euro, which is around like, I don't know, around $50, maybe something like that. But it was still sort of out of my reach because I was still a kid back in, well, how old was I back in 2008? I'm not even gonna bother doing the maths. But anyway, I basically started doing YouTube back then just to show off how good I was at Call of Duty back then. And then somehow it transpired of me playing Gran Turismo 5. I was always a car person, by the way, but somehow it went into me getting Gran Turismo 5. Once the full game came out, then I started making videos on it. People enjoyed it quite a lot, so then I just kept playing a lot more and more Gran Turismo and a lot less Call of Duty on the channel. That's pretty much how I started YouTube. So that's pretty much it for today's Q&A. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for asking your questions. And for anybody that wants to ask any questions for next week's Q&A, I'm only going to do one next week and then I'll do another one like sometime in the future. I'm not sure when. I don't want to do like weekly Q&As on the channel because I'll end up getting stale and it just won't be fun. But yeah, I'll accept questions for next week's Q&A down in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and I'll talk to you guys later. Goodbye.